They tell you that time is on your side, that you have all the time in the world to figure things out, that you can wait for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, the perfect sign. That is the most dangerous lie you will ever believe, because while you are waiting, the clock is ticking, relentlessly, unforgivingly. Every single second that you spend in hesitation is a second you will never get back. This is bigger than any single person. It's a message for everyone who feels stuck, everyone who feels like they're wasting their potential, everyone who knows they're capable of more but can't seem to break free from the inertia of inaction. This is for those who have dreams, who have goals, who have aspirations, but whose plans keep failing because they failed to account for one crucial variable: time. The way we think about time, the way we treat it, the way we use it. It's all a reflection of our priorities, our mindset, our sense of urgency. And what I want to talk about today is how we often delude ourselves into thinking we have all the time in the world when the truth is the clock is ticking. When you look around you, it's hard not to feel a sense of urgency. The world is changing at a pace that seems almost frenetic. Technology is evolving, industries are shifting, and opportunities are emerging and disappearing faster than ever before. Yet amidst all this change, there is a tendency among many of us to resist the urgency, to convince ourselves that we can afford to wait, that we can postpone our dreams and goals just a little bit longer. There's a quote that I came across recently that really struck me. It goes, "We don't resist change. We resist the idea that we need to change." And this really resonated with me because I think it's often not the change itself that we resist, but the realization that we need to change our habits, our mindsets, our behaviors in order to embrace that change. And when it comes to the issue of time, we tend to fall into the trap of complacency. We tell ourselves stories like, "I'm still young," or "I've got plenty of time," or "It doesn't matter if I waste some time today because I'll make up for it tomorrow." These are dangerous lies that we tell ourselves because they lull us into a false sense of security. You see, we often underestimate the power of time because it's an invisible force. We can't see it, touch it, or hear it, yet it's always present. It's the backdrop against which we play out our lives. We think of time as this endless resource, something we can always rely on. But that's not the case. Time is a finite resource, a precious commodity that once spent cannot be recovered. It's like water. If you have it, you can use it wisely or waste it carelessly, but once it's gone forever. And when it comes to our lives, the amount of time we have is limited. So why then do we waste so much of it? Why do we procrastinate, delay, and avoid the things we know we need to do? One reason is that we often fail to recognize the value of time until it's too late. We don't realize how precious it is, how fleeting it is, until it's slipped through our fingers and we can't get it back. You might be watching this video right now, and in that same moment, someone else is taking a step. Someone is learning. Someone is building. Someone is failing and learning from that failure, getting one step closer to their dream. And where are you? Still watching videos, looking for inspiration, searching for that one thing that will give you the push you need to start. But the truth is, you already have everything you need. You have the information, you have the resources, you have the potential. What you need is a sense of urgency, the realization that time is slipping away. There's this story about two monks who were walking through the woods when they came across a rope cart hanging between two trees. One of the monks wanted to cross over, but the other cautioned him, saying, "We're not supposed to associate with women." Looking back, the first monk replied, "There is nothing to fear as long as we do not give in to temptation." In essence, the monk said, "The world is full of distractions and temptations. It's up to us not to give in to them, not to waste our time on things that don't matter. It's a lesson we need to remember in our own lives. We must resist the temptation to waste time. We must stay focused on what matters. Let's face it, life is messy. Unexpected things happen. Plans change. People let you down. Opportunities arise when you least expect them. But amidst all the chaos, there's one constant, the relentless passage of time. Think about it. How many times have you said to yourself, "I'll start on Monday"? Monday becomes a symbol of a fresh start, a clean slate. But why should Monday be any different from any other day? Why do we give ourselves permission to waste time until Monday? You see, we tend to be our own worst enemy when it comes to managing time. We make excuses for ourselves. We justify our procrastination. We convince ourselves that it's okay to waste time because we have so much of it. But that's just not true. There's a quote by the author John F. Kennedy that I've always found inspiring. He said, "The Chinese use two different words for crisis, one for danger and one for opportunity. The two words are written with the same characters." It's a profound statement because it highlights the duality of our existence. Every moment, every situation has the potential for both danger and opportunity. It's up to us to recognize and seize the opportunities that come our way. So many of us are guilty of wasting time because we wait for the perfect moment, the ideal conditions, the green light from fate. But in doing so, we miss out on the opportunities that are right in front of us. Take, for example, the decision to pursue a new career path. Let's say you've been feeling unfulfilled in your job for years. You've been thinking about making a change, but you keep putting it off. You tell yourself, "I'll do it next year," or "I need to save more money first," or "I'm just not ready yet." But the truth is, you may never feel completely ready. There will always be uncertainties, always be risks, always be reasons why you shouldn't take the leap. But here's the thing. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, for the guarantee that everything will work out, you may end up wasting years, even decades of your life. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The only moment that exists is now. And it's up to you to decide what to do with it. You must learn to accept that life is uncertain, that plans will change, that setbacks are inevitable. But you can't let that stop you. You have to keep moving forward. I remember reading a story about a young man named Tim who wanted to become a writer. He had this dream of publishing a novel, but he kept putting it off. He would tell himself, "I don't have enough time," or "I'm not good enough." But one day he decided to stop making excuses and start taking action. He set aside 30 minutes each day to write, and in that small window, he wrote the first draft of his novel. It took him 3 years, but he finished the book, and guess what? It was published and became a bestseller. Tim didn't have any more time than anyone else. He was just willing to use the time he did have more efficiently. He didn't wait for the perfect moment, he created it. And that's the point. You can't wait for permission. You can't wait for the perfect conditions. You have to take control of your life and create the conditions you need to succeed. If you want to stop wasting time, if you want to start living a life that's true to your values and goals, then it's time to take action. Stop procrastinating. Stop making excuses. Start doing. Start taking steps, no matter how small, towards the life you want to live. Because the clock is ticking and it's your life. It's time to make the most of it.